for joining again. So in this video we are going to demonstrate on VRF-Lite, Inter-VRF Route-Leaking or Inter-VRF routing. So since you are aware about that what exactly VRF and how exactly it's going to be work, basically in short it's going to divide the boundaries within a big routing domain. So if you look at the left we have the VRF blue, if we look at the right we have a VRF red, and if you look at the subnet which we have defined, for this one we have the same, we are going to remain the same, but here we have defining the different VRF subnet. The reason why, so we don't want to overlap each other, so that is why we have defined the different. We can go with the /24 or even bit low like 25 or 26, but for lab environment I think this is the fine. So I'm going to cover this one, and last we are going to connect this from this, means that both are going to be talk to each other. So let's start. So jumping to our lab where we have left the last configuration which we have normal configuration which we have defined. So according to this one we need to modify the VRF red toward the, instead of 40 we need to modify it to 50. So I'm going to edit this one and defining here 50 and then save. And the same thing I need to go to the VRF red VM and define the network from 40 to 50. So I don't want that going to be overlap. That way that packet is not moving out from that broadcast domain. So this is the main reason why we are changing the subnet. So I'm closing this one. Okay, perfect. So let me initiate a ping towards the gateway which we have 50.1. We are able to ping it. Ping 10.0 to 20.1. Okay, yeah, we are still able to reach it. And if I'm going to, this is already we didn't touch it, so it's for sure it's going to be ping it. And now what IP we have on the VM here, if I'm going to look at the IP config 50.12, and that VM having 40.11. So if I'm going to ping it from this VM 172.16.50.12, we are not able to ping it. And same for the vice versa. If I'm saying, like if I'm going to ping 172.16.40.11, it should not ping. So you can see it's dropping on 100.64.0.2. So let me see. So on the red it's dropping here on this one, and on the blue it's dropping on 4, which is this one. So you can see the idea, means how exactly that works. Means when the traffic initiated from this toward that segment toward the T1 and reaching there, it's not getting the route to reach this network. And same exactly when the traffic is initiating this one from here, it's not getting the route to go on this VM. So this is what I need to do. On the route leaking, we need to define the static route from the VRF T0 towards this one, and the same for this one. So what I'll do, I'll create a route and static route on the VRF red T0, and here I'm going to define the destination network, and the gateway going to be this one. Since these are intercommunicable to each other, these are the transit networks, so they are reachable to each other. So I need to reach this one via this, so I need to define this one over here. And same on the VRF blue, we need to define to reach this network, we need to reach this one. So this is the gateway. So let's define it. Jumping to tier 0, and the best practice what I'll do, create another tab so we can not going to make any type of We have the diagram on the one tab and configuration on the other tab. So T0, going to configure, click edit, go to the routing, Inter-VRF routing, right? So right now we do not touch here, we need to touch the static route. We'll cover that one later on. This is the another way to how we are going to cover that one. The first way, the simple route we need to define here, VRF blue, add static route, the name to VRF red. What network we have on the VRF red? VRF red belongs to 172.16.50.1, 172.16.50.0/24 set. Add next hop, define here IP address, and IP address is going to be, like I said, this is the red, and IP address is going to be 100.64.0.3, 100.64.0.3. Scope, since we have defining in the blue, so we need to define the scope is red. Add, apply, save, close this one as well. Now we need to jump to the VRF red. The same way I need to define the route there. Click there, edit, static route, add route, define towards VRF blue, network 172.16.40.0/24 set. So towards reach this one, blue network, VRF need to reach here 64.5, 100.64.0.5. Is it right? 100.64.0.5. This is correct. And then the scope is red, then we need to jump to the blue. Add, apply, save, close, refresh. Now we have done with the routing, so let's look at again. So this is a VM which we have a blue and we are trying to ping it. So now you can see we are able to reach 50.12, and if from the red VM, let me try to ping this one. Yep, we are able to reach. So this is route leaking. This is not the routing, because the route leaking is something which is we are telling them. So if you need to go to this network, you need to pick this route and go via this hop, and the same vice versa we need to define. So moving to the next practical which we have, Inter-VRF routing, how we are going to define it. So there is nothing change in the topology. What we'll do, we are going to remove the configuration which we have made right now for that route leaking, and this is going to be a routing thing. So one thing I need to show you, the thing which I have missed so far, again routing. So let me show this one to you. So this is, if you look at this one, and I need to So if you look at this one is on the VRF red, where we have a static route T0S. If you look at that, T0S is a static route. We define that route which we have added, and here we can see the static route which we have defined here, as well as this is on the blue side. So where we need to go, how we need to go, this is the in their control plane we can see. That is why we are able to see the ping. Okay, so I'm moving toward the route leaking, inter-VRF routing. So what I need to do, I need to remove the configuration first. So I'm jumping to the again same T0. Or what we can do, we just close this practical here, and in the next video I'm going to cover the Inter-VRF routing. Thank you.